Senator, great to have you. Welcome to the Reagan Library.
Glad to be here again.
Is there a question you hope that you get tonight in order to help you win?
Just anything on foreign policy. It's the number one obligation of the federal government is to keep our country safe. And look at the world today. It's grown increasingly dangerous. You have North Korea is run by a lunatic, and they have dozens of nuclear weapons. The Russians are threatening Europe and destroying NATO. They've now spread their influence into the Middle East as a power broker by positioning themselves in Syria. The spread of ISIS and radical Islam, the deal with Iran that guarantees they're going to have a weapon, Chinese expansionism in the South China Sea. These are all, any one of them by themselves is a very significant threat. We face all three of them. We need to talk about that tonight.
You think the issues of foreign policy defense, is that what's going to set you apart tonight, or is there another topic?
Well, it's the number one obligation, not just of the federal government, but of the president. The most important decisions presidents will ever make, and being here at the Reagan Library is a reminder of that, is keeping our country safe and ensuring that America remains the most powerful nation on earth. And so I hope it sets not just me apart, but our party apart from the other side, the Republican Party.
Great. This debate's at the Reagan Library. Any special significance of that to you?
Well, I grew up under Ronald Reagan. As I tell people, I was raised as much by Ronald Reagan as I was by anybody outside of my family. It was an enormous influence on my view of America and of the world. My grandfather had a special affinity for Ronald Reagan, and he lived with us in our home before he passed away in 1984. And I wish I could go back and ask him this question in more detail, but my sense was, from my recollections and thinking back, that he loved Reagan because Reagan stood for everything he knew was important. He had lost his country to communism, and he knew that the only thing that stood between the rest of the world going in that direction and what was happening was a strong America, and Reagan stood for that.
All right, great. Last question, Senator. You've gotten a chance, I'm sure, to get to know the other candidates thus far in this cycle. Is there one that you kind of hope doesn't drop out? One that you hope hangs in there because maybe some respect you might have found for him?
Well, I have respect for all of them. I mean, just to run for president is a difficult endeavor when you go out and you have to travel, and there's a lot of non-glamorous moments involved in this sort of thing. The debates are a lot of fun. The rent a car in the back road of some state at 2 in the morning or 1 in the morning coming back from the airport is not as fun. So I think we've got a great field of candidates. We're very blessed, and I like them all. Obviously, gotten to know a few of them better than others, but I've known Jeb Bush a long time and Mike Huckabee a long time. I really like Ben Carson. I know the senators, Ted Cruz and Rand Paul. Chris Christie and I get along well. I mean, I'm not leaving anybody out on purpose. It's just the point being is that we've got a really good field, and it'll take a while to narrow it.
Yeah, got it. Best of luck to you tonight,
Thank
Senator.
you. Looking forward to it.
Take care.
Thanks.